And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy and upon the Israel of God, you know, or the Israel of the Most High. You know, a lot of people forget, you know, that there is an elect, that there is a chosen, that there is a predestined, you know. So you know, they try to make it to also they try to make it to where, you know, that they're part of the elect, you know, as if they're sealed and they know it for a fact, and you don't know it. That's the reason why the scriptures say, "Give diligence to make thy calling and election sure." You know,
the whole thing is to get rid of Israel. Even when Israel wasn't popular, it's still to get rid of Israel. Like vocab alone, or keep them down, or you know, degrade them, and like that ain't true. You know, because even when the scriptures say Israel gonna be saved, and they still say, "Oh no, it means the whole world." You know, it doesn't make sense. It don't, the math don't. That's not math. That's subtraction. It's not addition.
That's not 2 plus 2.
That's not 2 plus 2. It don't add up.
And yeah, then, you know, it's 2 plus 2, but they saying it equals fish.
Yeah, see, well, you know, it don't make sense to say something that ain't true. I mean, that's true in the scriptures, and when you bring it out, it's not true. So you gotta look at a person that says it's not true, and you read it. If you read in the scripture and say Israel's gonna be saved, and Israel's gonna have the kingdom, and you go and somebody like Vocab Malone tell you, "Oh no, that's for everybody." You gotta dissect it yourself. That's why it says what would it say? Dividing the word of truth. That's what you gotta do. You can't listen to these motherfuckers because a lot of people don't like to read. They know Israel don't like to read.
So they like to play on it.
Yeah.
You know? And there's Israelites that join to them. That's the reason why in the book of Jude, the first chapter, it says, "Woe unto them that ran in the way of Balaam," you know, or in the way of Cain, you know, because Balaam, even after he received instructions from the Most High not to curse Israel, you know, he sought after the Most High to put enchantments on Israel. But after he realized that the Most High, it wasn't in the Most High will to curse him, then he began to bless him. But later on down the line, he gave counsel on how to cause Israel to go off, you know. And you got a bunch of Israelites that these Jesuits or the Illuminati come to them and they pay them off, you know, to basically to persuade Israel to go off, you know, because who knows how to make Israel go off more than the Israelite? You know, so don't be surprised when these guys, you know, begin to, like, because a lot of people sell out, man, you know. And then some people are just bug outs. They don't have to sell out. The so-called white man doesn't have to come to them with a money bag. They just got heavy demons on them, you know? So when people fall out and they come out up against the truth and they try to persuade other men to do the same thing, you just got demons on you, man.
This Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 and 11, it says, therefore, speaking on what the brother was talking about with the idols, therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation. Talking about that Mecca stone over there. You know, what is it, cobblestone? You know, over there in Mecca.
I'm gonna destroy that.
You know, all of these, all of these images, all these idols, everybody worships. The Lord says, therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of the Most High God, they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. And it has been. People don't, a wise man looketh well into his going, and a majority of the people of the world don't. All right? It says, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. Now it's the corruption of life, because you got people worshiping things that shouldn't be worshipped. Nature, animals,
demons,
carvings of stone, carvings of wood. You know, it makes no sense.
That car.
It says,
you had sex with his car.
for neither, verse 13, for neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. And that's what's going to happen. Like when we when salvation is obtained, when World War III has happened and over, the Lord comes back and judge and get that fire, that party started. After we, you know, the burying, they put the nations, put them into continual employment. You know what's going to be happening is we're going to be burning all of this so-called these products. You know, all of these things, idols, all of the stuff, buildings, all of this shit coming down, because it's going to be a so-called it's going to be a deliverance from Egypt 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Part 2. And when they went to the land of Israel, when they took down those Hamites, what did they do? They went in, they just went in like a wave, and they burnt and they took and they spoiled everything, and they burnt everything. That was a part of the law, you know. One more precept right here. It's Matthew chapter 11, verse 16. But whereunto, actually I already read that. It's verse 18. It says, For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he had the devil. So the people that we're out here piping to, when we speak smooth things to them, they still really don't obtain it or grasp it. But then when we get rough with them and people see us all on them, they still revile us and step away. So either way it go, you can't win for losing. So that's what this scripture is saying. John came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and wine-bibber. You know what I'm saying? And a friend of publicans. Well, yeah, John came not nor eating and drinking, and they say he had a devil. And the Son of Man, Yahushua Mashiach, came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and wine-bibber, a friend of publicans and sinners, but wisdom is justified of her children. All right? So you can't win for losing with these people out here. You know, that's why the scriptures call them fools. All right? Verse 20, it says, Then began he to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done, because they repented not. And when you read about this, he was in the hood, man. He was in the hood. You know, he's pretty much in the hood. Yeah, so you gotta check it out when you go back to, what was I thinking, chapter 6. You know, he was traveling through, you know, where is he at? Let me see, where is he at? He was in the ghetto. Still ghetto, baby. He was in he went through Naphtali, you know, a couple of those spots right there, coming from, I think, Galilee into Jerusalem, before he got to Jerusalem, though. And there was the straight hoods over there. So then he says, Woe unto thee, Chorazin, woe unto thee, Bethsaida, for if mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Zidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes. You know, what is going on right now? If this was to go in some other areas, people would probably actually. Oh no, sorry, brother, we can't even do anything, man. But we, you know, you want me to get that knife? Give me that axe. Get that. Could have got that axe on. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he said. But pretty much he said, if these works,
help him out some barbecue ribs.
Oh, okay. Wow. If the axe would have been done in a different town of somebody that wasn't Israelites, they would have been repentant once they seen the miracles and the works that they performed. You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 20, But I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Zidon at the day of judgment than for you. For these people that reject us, continually slap our hands away and hold their ears, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you have people out here, sometimes they want to attack us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, your judgment, the judgment of Sodom and Gomorrah is going to be light compared to the judgment that you received. All right? It says, And thou, Capernaum, which art exalted unto heaven, shalt be brought down to hell. For if the mighty works which have been done in thee had been done in Sodom, it would have remained unto this day. If the Lord and his apostles would have came, and the disciples would have came, right, and performed those miracles and had people out there preaching, you would have had people repenting in Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what the Lord is saying. You know what I'm saying? So it shows you we in a wicked and adulterous generation. All right, with the last one, you know. But I say unto you, that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and the day of judgment than for thee. What's going to happen here in America is going to be messed up.
God.
It's going to be a destruction. It's going to be a nuclear destruction. That's never happened. It's not going to be not going to be atomic. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a nuclear destruction. All right.
Man.
And things that have never been seen on earth.
Yeah. And with that, I'm gonna pass it to another brother. Another brother got a lesson. Want to step up? Or I'll just keep going.
Keep going.
All right.
God, anybody got a precept?
Yeah. This is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even until this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted.
Yep.
I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them.
That's right, and they're going to know that there was prophets among them. You know, Lord willing, we be at that fold. They're going to know that there was prophets, plural, among them, because they were like, damn, them black guys, everything they said, everything that we laughed at and joked about is coming true. It's been an EMP. You know what I'm saying? Shit. How you gonna eat, man? 50 back in time. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're gonna be. That's how they're gonna be, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, then that's when it's gonna be Amos, what is that? 8 and 11. God. It's gonna be a famine of the word, because we gonna get the fuck on, dude. The Lord gonna guide us.
I got another precept on that.
We're gonna get the hell up on somewhere. We don't know. But the Lord is gonna lead us. He said, "Flee." You know, and Jake ain't got no problem doing that.
Hey, well, fleeing first starts with coming out of the philosophies and ways of this place. I mentioned the scripture earlier, which is Micah 2 and 10. You know, rise up and depart from this place, for it is not your rest. You know, so you got to get your mind out of being an American. You got to get your mind out of being black. You got to get your mind out of being a nigga, a spick. You know, a Native American Indian. You got to get your mind into being an Israelite, man.
This is Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 14. I'm going to start at 13. It says, And the prophet shall become wind, and the word is not in them. Thus shall it be done unto them. Wherefore thus saith the Lord, power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and his people wood, and it shall devour them. You know, and that's pretty much what this word is doing. Every time people hear these words, they get cut, they get you know, they get what they say, get offended. You know what I mean? Because the Lord has made these words be like fire to them, and they're wood. They get burnt up, fired up when they hear that. You know, we cut them about the philosophies of America that they believe in so foolishly without even looking into them. All right?
Like that one dude
that
you cut. He came back with the police
you're gonna
saying,
cut me?
Yeah.
But he's in jail now.
Right. Yeah. They cutting his ass up. It says, verse 20, it says, Declare this in the house of Judah and publish it in Judah, saying, Hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. You know, and that's according to prophecy, the tents of Judah shall rise first. And as you see, we have northern tribe rising, Latinos, Native Americans, the indigenous, so-called indigenous people of Americas and South Central Americas, the Brazilians. You know what I'm saying? And these people really, they are foolish, because they don't even have it in their mind to even look into the things that we say. They are willfully ignorant. You know, you got a nation of willfully ignorant peasants. You know, says, verse 23, let me finish this right here. It says, but this people have the revolting and a rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone. Neither say in their heart, let us now fear the Lord, or Yahweh that giveth rain both former and the latter in the season. He reserveth us unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest. So the people, the Lord bless. They don't even think to repay him with acts of righteousness. You know what I mean? So that's why the Lord said, this is a foolish people. You know, imputed. You know what I'm saying? Stiff-necked. You know? Go ahead.
Because you got to be alert, man, out here. You got to be vigilant, man. This is 1 Peter 5 and 8. I read like 5 and 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your cares upon him, for he cares for you. It's in verse 8, be sober and be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking who he may devour. Hey, that's these other religions. That's the religions, and that's to hold you back. That's all this Donald Trump gonna win, is Hillary gonna win. Who gives a fuck?